guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be swapping out the tires that I have on my car for a lot smaller of a set of tires. And we're going to be joining the stretch game. It's not going to be a lot of stretch, but it's going to be a lot more than what I have now at the moment. I'm currently running on the fronts. I have 8.5 inch rim, and I'm running a 245/30, a 19 inch. And then in the rear, I'm running a 9.5 on a 275/35 19. So a 245 and a 275 is pretty big, meaty tire. And now that I'm on bags, I'm trying to be as close to the ground as possible, because it just looks cooler. It's like, it's got to be done. And my car is not the fastest car out there, and I know that, and I'm gonna accept it. So you might as well just stance it out. It's like, I don't need 275s on a car that's 250 horsepower. So I'm going to be running the Achilles ATR Sport 2s on my car, and I'm gonna be running a square setup on the tires. I know that's not the best thing to do, is to run a square setup on two different size wheels. Running a 215/35 19 on the fronts and the backs. So a 215 on an 8.5, and then a 215 once again in the back on a 9.5. So the back's gonna have a nice amount of stretch, but the fronts, it's not gonna be as much, but it's gonna be better than having a 245. Because on the 245, I was kind of sitting on my tire and I couldn't go any lower. And also with the stretch on the tire now, I'm also going to be closer to the ground, just because the 35 sidewall isn't really going to be a 35 sidewall anymore. It's more going to be like a 30, because it's going to be stretched. So we'll see how this goes. And I kind of just want a little bit better of a tire than what I currently have. The tires now, I don't know, they just like aren't the best. And I know the Achilles are a fairly cheap tire, but I've heard good about them. So we'll see how this goes. Alright guys, it's now like 4 days from that last clip, unfortunately, and I didn't want to bring the camera into the shop just because I didn't really know like if I was allowed to record in there. So I respected their privacy and just went in there without the camera. So at the moment I have the tires on the front and the back, and the stretch is a pretty good amount, but it's not like overkill. Now that I have the smaller tires on, I need to run some spacers, because now I have room to run spacers, because the wheel sits in a little bit more because the tire is now smaller. So right now I am aired up. This isn't aired out, don't worry. See how it kind of tucks in a little bit? You know what? Let me air out real quick. So as you can see here, the rim kind of tucks a little bit. So I have a spacer for the rear. I have a 25 mil for the rear. And going up to the front, I have, it tucks a little bit in the front, and I have a 15 mil for the front. We're gonna jack up the car, take off the wheels, and get going with this. Alright guys, don't bash me for my beat up rotors. They're really old, I need new ones. But I took a wire brush and just cleaned off where the spacer is going to be going onto. So it kind of did look like this originally, but I kind of brushed off some of the rust, so it looks a little better. So now we're going to put some anti-seize right onto here, so when I have to take off the spacer, it's not going to be eroded onto the rotor. So anti-seize and then spacer, and you guys are good to go. Alright, throw on that spacer. It doesn't fit. Imagine. Gas. Alright guys, the spacers are on now. The nuts are 17 millimeters. Right now these are not torqued down yet. We just have them on snug for now. I gotta go grab my torque wrench. We're gonna be torquing these down to 80 foot-pounds of torque. We got the torque wrench now. 17 millimeter on here. And I'm gonna be torquing these down to 80 foot-pounds of torque. You wanna be very careful with this and not strip them. Let's go this way actually. Okay. That's it. That is it. Now let's go with this, John. Alright, boys. All 5 of these are done. We're gonna throw back on the wheel and see how she looks.
So much we're poking. Good day.
Great day.
Is that on?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's gas, yo.
Throw back on my lugs.
You know why he's looking for the lug? I'm just gonna self-promote myself. Let's go, baby. Oh, doctor. That's poking hard, boy.
Really?
Yes, sir. Are you actually torquing down your wheels right now?
I've never done this before. I've never torqued my wheels before. Yeah, I think I should have tightened it with the impact first.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea, but we'll be here for centuries.
That's it?
Money.
Alright.
Bro, you can see she's poking. Yes, sir. Good day.
She's poking.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're also still aired up, so we're not gonna do
Yeah, no.
Alright. Oh, that's gas. Alright, jump to the front.
Ooh.
Good day.
Good day, sir. Yeah.
That's an 8.5. You're going 10.5 in the front because you're crazy. Street heat.
Those would actually be fire.
Yeah, but these are 8.5. You're gonna rock a 10.5 with like negative 15 degrees of camber. I got the ones in the front. Spacer is now on. Torque the nuts down to 80 foot-pounds again. And the fronts, if you guys do get the same ones as me, the 15 millimeters in the front, don't know why the nuts on the front are 19 millimeters versus the rear, which were 17s. I don't know why they decided to make the fronts bigger, but it is the way it is. So we're gonna throw this John back on there. Front's on, let's see this. Oh no, we definitely got a little bit of poke in the front. Yeah. Once you throw on that camber, we be chilling. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Just the rear?
Do both of them. And pause the music. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. In the fronts. I think we're rubbing again. As when I was on my 245s. In the front. Am I hitting in the back?
It'll sit there.
Yeah, I should throw on some camera arms, eh?
I think that'll. You gotta go lower on the pegs. You gotta lower it. That is not. It's not hitting anything. Yeah, it's hitting.
The front I'm hitting, right?
When you get the camber, it should be better though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna clear it.
Alright guys, the driver's side of the car is now finished. We're gonna go ahead and hop to the passenger side. It's pretty much the same thing. Alright guys, so since that last clip, it's been about another week or so, and I'm in a bad habit right now of just kind of putting down the camera and not finishing a clip for another 2 weeks. But my reasoning for that was originally, well, at the moment I have a 15 mil spacer on the front, and I kind of want to put a 25 mil. Like, it's not enough spacing, I don't believe. And right now I'm aired up. So if I were to air out, just give me 1 sec, let me do that. So now that I'm aired out, you can see that I'm almost flush with the fender. Like, I'm like right there. And also from the last clip, I also maxed out my top hats on my air struts. So I do have a little bit more of camber than from what you saw in the last clip. I think the last clip, I was kind of hitting the fender a little bit. Now with the top hat maxed out, I was able to tuck in just a little bit. So instead of the 15 mil, I kind of want to throw on a 25 millimeter spacer like what I have in the back. And I also want to throw on camber bolts in the front. So I'm going to have a little bit of camber in the front. I didn't want much, but I'm just going to have the top hats maxed out and the camber bolts along with the 25 mil spacer. I know that has nothing to do with camber, so chill. And yes, this is a Harambe shirt. You can never forget Harambe, rest in peace. But for when I do the 25 mil spacer and the camber bolts, I'll probably make that a separate video just because I don't want to make this video too long. And I might not even keep on the 25 mil. I might like the 15s that I have on now. But that should be it for this video, guys. Just make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. We'll get back to you guys as soon as we could. See you guys in the next one. Peace.